I don't know why I'm dancing. I'm excited. I'm excited because I feel like we are approaching the conclusion of our story. Not that I want the game to end, but I'd like to see what our final puzzle. What our final task is going to be. I did not think it was going to be dying in the swamp, but there it is. That's how we're going to start this level, which means I'm in store for a headache today. That looks like more swamp. Now I'm like nervous to move. Do we have a... Nope, we don't have anything in our bags because we like to throw everything away that we use. I can think of a couple of items that'd be great right now, like a knife. All right, I'm just going to move right and not drown. Like that. So maybe, just maybe, Jesus. I think there's a path that's not easily visible. That's the only thing I can think of, right? Because the first time I walked, I had no problem. So maybe there's a path I'm supposed to be taking. Let me see here. If I take the bottom way, yeah. Oh, nope. There's death. A lot of death in our future. But at least we keep waking up like it's nothing but a bad dream. Can't even talk to anybody. Can't talk to the frogs. I have no items. Totem pole, totem pole, totem pole, totem pole. Nothing to do with the totem pole. Is there a hint? The bubbles? Maybe it's avoiding the bubbles. Let's try avoiding the bubbles then. If those are the bubbles up there. Yeah, let's try avoiding the bubbles. Go up this time. Okay, go down. Ah, darn it. All right, yeah, it's definitely the bubbles then. Cool. Up. Down, please. Keep moving. Wait for the bubbles to pop the... Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. Come on, don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Come on, keep going. All right, this is the furthest we've gotten so far. I'm a little nervous. Trying to see. Come on, where are the bubbles at? Show me where the bubbles are at. I do not want to redo this. We're getting so far. We're so close. Where are the bubbles? Where are the bubbles? Where are the bubbles? Where are the bubbles? Okay, they're up. Gonna go down and... Oh, I did not think we were going to make that. I hope that was the... Or at least give us a checkpoint. Don't make us do it again without a checkpoint. Everything seems kosher. Except for the skeleton skull in the background there next to the frog. Apparently they have a carnivorous frog. That's a big-ass headed skeleton. Skull. Not skeleton. Skull. It's only a skeleton if you got all your bones, I'm thinking. Is this a hiding spot? Why do I need a hiding spot? He asked, not really wanting to know the answer. Is that another hiding spot? Okay, so something definitely is going to attack us. Could it be that thing? Oh, shaman. Gonna go hide. Gonna go hide. Gonna go hide. The music in my ear tells me that that is not a person we want to shake hands with. I hope that door wasn't giving us a clue as to where we were supposed to hide. So we don't become... Oh boy! Become shaman food. So I think it is giving us a clue to where to hide at. Right? Yeah, because there's bushes. There's even a tree stump. There's a lot of places to hide. Interesting. All right, let me take a look at a triangle, upside down triangle, a right side up triangle, a question mark, and a zizaz. A zizaz. Not really much of an answer here, is it? I guess the mushrooms could be the little triangle things. Interesting. Try a different hiding spot, I guess. I don't know. I guess the bottom one could be grass. What is that? It's a 4. 4 triangle. But it's coming so fast, and it's already over there, so I can't go hide over there. So what, here? This doesn't feel... Oh boy, I'm running. I can't leave. Nope, can't leave. What is the answer to this puzzle? Can I cross here? No, I cannot. Desperate Swamp Explorer. I think that's a fancy way of saying you've died too many times in the swamp. Okay, we've hidden pretty much everywhere we're supposed to hide. That I can hide. See if I... No, not the tree, not the tree, not the tree, not the tree. Maybe we leave our scent all over the place? Nope, not there either. Here? Uh-oh. I've hidden in all 3 of them, so you can't really smell me because I left my smell everywhere. Go. Go. Oh, so we are supposed to move. Oh, no, not like that. So we're supposed to keep moving. That's what it is. And as soon as she starts sniffing, leave here. Go to this fern over here. Or, uh-oh. Am I far enough? No. Okay, so you got to go to the second fern. Come on, search there over. Okay, go out. Hide. Okay, she's gone. So now we're coming out. Where are we going? Knock again, maybe? Wait for her to go really far. A little bit longer. Now knock. Straight from the knock to the hide. Let her run back over here. Keeps going. But you can't knock on the door again. Yeah, you can't knock on the door again. So I'm guessing we're gonna hide in the tree this time. Let her sniff. Come out. Get out of there. Hide in the bushes. Get out. Hide in the tree. Okay, I see the game plan here. It's all about what side you're naturally coming out of. Kind of tells you where to hide next. So she's going to go far this time, I bet. Now we're going to be able to knock on that door. Let her get a head start. Get closer. Hit that door. Are you? I guess she wasn't far enough. Shit. Can I knock? Okay, she's over there sniffing. So, okay, the sniff is the indicator that she's far side, which makes sense because that means she's looking for us. So that makes sense. As long as she doesn't find me on this tree, she's going to go far right. Let her go. We're going to run, go far left. I wish I could just knock once more because that would solve all of this. One more time around, hopefully. She sniffs left. We come out right. Hide right. She almost catches us with that turnaround. We're gonna go far right. Sniff again. We come out left. We hide. He searches. One more knock should be it, but we gotta be real careful because I don't want to knock too early and have to repeat this entire process because it is a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit nerve-wracking. Okay, we're good. I don't hear her sniffing, but I'm gonna knock anyway. Because hopefully that's enough for us to just get inside. Open the door. Open the door. Get in the door. Get your ass up and get in the door. Gandalf? I'm not saying it looked like a Gandalf move. I'm not saying he looks like Gandalf.
So long since I met another person in this desolate, gloomy place.
Yeah, you need a new realtor, man. Because this is not the spot to be living in. Plus, did you not hear me knocking 1 through 3 times?
Another few moments, and we would never have met.
Yeah, I knocked like 3 times. We could have met before this.
Hello, I'm...
Boy, I have an unspoken agreement with the locals to maintain peaceful relations with them. The entire swamp is full of vile, soulless creatures. One of which just tried to catch you for its dinner.
Yeah, this whole world has been trying to kill Lars. Yeah, children don't do well in this world.
Sorry.
Never mind. Sometimes you need to remind these beasts who rules the swamp.
He's got a very young voice for such an older looking body.
Why did you choose to live in such an awful place?
Rent control.
I wanted to be alone. The natural surroundings here act as a barrier against the outside world. But by some miracle, you managed to reach my house. I presume you have not come to these green parts for no reason.
I came to ask for help. The sorceress you turned into a butterfly has gained power and has possessed my sister's mind. She wants to destroy the whole forest. The spirit said that only you can stop her.
I couldn't back then, and I won't be able to this time.
I mean, you turned her into a butterfly. That seems like a pretty good step in the right direction.
What that loss has done to you.
Not lost yet. Haven't killed her just yet. Though we have noticed by taking diadems off, some people do die.
My beautiful daughter, who was so capable from such a young age, is the butterfly.
Grandpa?
It all began when she was a child. Wolves savaged her mother during a walk in the forest, and my daughter only survived thanks to a passing hunter. That experience changed her deeply. She came to hate the forest and swore to destroy all its inhabitants in the most painful way. We no longer spoke. She spent all her time engrossed in dark tomes, creating spells. Time passed, and for a moment, I thought my little girl had forgotten her terrifying plans. She married, had children, and then the forest made itself known once more.
She married who? Who are her children? Why don't you know her children? I'm pretty sure it's Lars.
Her son was attacked by a bear. The beast only slightly wounded the child, but that was enough to awaken the evil slumbering within her.
Bear, slightly wound. There was a bear in our house. We never played Creepy Tale 1, or at least I haven't, but it seems like we were on the right track.
I noticed the change, and I realized I had to act. The only thing I could do was transform my daughter into a harmless creature, a butterfly, for instance.
Okay, that makes me feel so much better, because this whole time we've been making fun of the fact that the butterfly is the evil thing, when butterflies are generally considered like, you know, they're just the most innocent thing floating around. So it's the first game I've ever played where the butterfly is evil. I think we've had other games where butterflies were a significant part of the gameplay or the themes, like that one Soul game where she was like split or could transfer between worlds. I don't know. You know what game I'm talking about, I'm sure. But either way, that explains why she's a butterfly and why it's an evil butterfly.
She loved butterflies when she was little. And then I had to lock her in the magical cage that would drain her dark power and bring peace to her troubled soul. Forever. I could not bring myself to put her in the cage.
Your story, it's making me feel strange.
Yeah, because he's talking about your mama. Didn't even give her a chance to explain herself. He was just like, butterfly!
Does that mean you still have the cage and we can save the forest?
If you're cool with putting your mom in a cage.
Yes, I still have it. You only need to open the cage next to her. The magic will do the rest.
Seems like something you could help with as well. It doesn't seem like that hard a task. Get close to her, open it, and you got magic as well.
Where my My daughter is now.
In a cave.
I came across her in a cave.
Say no more. Now, focus and think of that place.
Cave. 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 Candy store. Oh, shit! That would suck. Grandpa, bye-bye. I wonder why he didn't recognize his grandchildren. Or, like, maybe recognize a power within the grandchild. Because the mom knows, obviously. Well, I guess the mom would know. She kind of has a very close connection and saw him since birth. But I think at this point, we're pretty sure that Lars is the child of the evil thing. Evil butterfly. Oh, mama. I've got a nice little home for you inside my non-magical lantern. Well, you'll shine forever, and it'll take you out of the forest. It is strange that she hates the forest, and he turns him into a butterfly where butterflies are... Yeah, turns her into a butterfly where butterflies are known to roam the forest. Like, not only does she hate the forest, but he turned her into the one thing that would, like, live in the forest. Might as well just turn her into a plant. Is that his father?
My boy, you have returned. It's so wonderful to see the whole family reunited.
There it is.
Father, what's going on?
My son, we thought your poor mother died, but we were wrong. She took on a different form, but even in this incredibly fragile body, she was able to find us and reunite our family.
Let's talk about even if we were to save her, she's still evil. She killed a lot of kids. A lot of kids.
Lars, look at the amazing crown we prepared especially for you.
And why do we have to wear the crown to be reunited? Like, why wouldn't she just be happy having her family? Why do we have to be possessed to be with her?
You have spent long enough rolling in the dirt with the rabble, my boy. Now the time has come to rule.
Mother, but all these killings, it's madness.
He didn't react too strongly to his mom being a butterfly and not dead.
The girls are only cleansing the forest of its blight. I need a clean slate on which we can build our wonderful new world together.
He's lost it.
What is that strange cage you're holding?
Nothing.
Mother, forgive me. This cage is for you.
Everybody want to snitch on themselves.
Put the cage down.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Papa, please wake up. We're not killers.
Brother, don't do anything foolish. I don't want to lose Mother all over again.
Not gonna kill her, just gonna drain her of all her evil.
You don't know what you're doing. Our mother is gone.
I have a choice. Put her in the cage. Not a hard choice. Wow, she was like instantly drawn to the cage too. At least they could take their diadems off and not die. Okay, so the game kind of just ends abruptly like that and takes you back to the chapters. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's crazy because, or you know what? Okay, I guess we can go see the other ending real quick, see what that looks like, or what that plays out like. Okay, let's see here. Going to the left now, break the cage, get possessed by a diadem.
Mother, will I forget who I am?
Don't be afraid, my son. You will not forget yourself.
Yeah, the red eyes and the blood and the rag dolls flying all around, that seems to suggest everything's gonna be just okay for
Let
us.
me help you become older and wiser.
And possessed, don't forget possessed.
I missed you.
My little one, come over to us.
Break the cage, end the cycle. Become the king. Crown is a little big, ain't it? Eh, you kinda got a big head, I guess. Oh. Oh, and he bleeds from his eyes. Oh yeah, no, totally the right decision. I guess they never really explained why his hair turned white either. Is that it? He just smiles and that's it? They rule the world? Dark side. Okay, we got all the endings. No reason to go through this again. And there you have it. That's Creepy Tale 2. I'm a little disappointed in that ending. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there could have been they could have put some more thought into that ending, even if it was just taking the family home. If you choose the good ending, which I'm guessing the killing the mother is the good ending, and at least showed them returning home and trying to continue building on their life or something, or with the bad ending, maybe showing the world as they conquer it, because that just felt. It's very abrupt and not in a, oh, well, leave it up to your imagination what happens next. Just like we don't really know what happens next. That's the end of the story, book closed. So I don't know how I feel about the ending, but I did like the game because the game is beautiful and it's short and it's pretty fun. The puzzles are, for the most part, fun to figure out. There are a couple there that are a little difficult. Actually, there's only one really that's difficult, and that's the turning the dial one with the outer piece moves and then the inner piece moves and then the last piece moves. And I think what was the most difficult thing about that is just understanding what I needed to put in, and then I could have worried about the technical aspects of trying to get those things to be where I wanted them to be, because I still to this day don't know what I did to get past that puzzle. That was a lot of just like forcing and eventually the right answer came somehow. Yeah, so those are my initial thoughts. I like Creepy Tale 2. I'm happy we played through it. Kind of makes me want to play Creepy Tale 1. Not a whole lot, but a little bit, just because it seems like that one might have been a little bit more, not necessarily grounded, but he fought a bear versus a butterfly, Like, I feel like the antagonist was also just a little, it wasn't that big a part of the game, right? Because, like, you think about most of the levels had their own self-contained baddie that we need to get through, and really had nothing to do with the overall badness that was going on in this world, which we didn't see a lot of. I mean, she was cocooning boys and using them for her future butterflies. Yeah, I don't know. My initial thoughts are that it was a fun game. It was a fun short game, and I think it's pretty cheap. So yeah, I enjoyed my ride. But if you want to hear my further thoughts, stick with the video. For everybody else, thank you so much for watching oh my God, I'm still saying J Plays, for watching Narrative Gaming, because that's what we're called now, Narrative Gaming. Thank you so much for joining me for this journey, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos or in past videos, wherever you decide to go next. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also suggest a game for the channel to play. That's how we find so many of these games, is people dropping comments below and letting us know what they want to see on the channel. So, all right, so here we are on the Steam page for Creepy Tale 2. As you can see, the game is only $9.99 right now to buy, which I think is a fair price for a game that I put 18 hours, I think is what it said. Played it off and on, would take a couple days off and come back, and never really felt like I needed to relearn the controls. It was pretty simple to grasp. Overall, I like the game. Like I was saying when we were on the game page, or actually in the game, I thought it was fun. I like the environments. I love the storybook feel. The art seems like really enjoyable. I wasn't doing it so much in the beginning, but later on I started to really pay attention to the detail put into like the world around Lars, and I thought it was really magical. And I should have took more time in the beginning just looking around the world and seeing like what little details I could have gotten from watching. Like her house probably was full of like little details of how they lived their day, what they were eating, what they were doing with the children, just things like that. But if we're to start with the gripes, right? Because we want to start with the negatives and then move to the positives. My only negatives, really, like I said, is I don't feel like the baddie was really a baddie, because they never really did anything. There were like, what, 2 or 3 times we ran into them. We ran into them in the forest with the little girl that we killed that was the king's daughter. There was no resolution of that because we never told the king what happened to his daughter. I imagine it's not going to be good when we go and tell him that, hey, we killed your daughter. Probably got to lie about that one a little bit. The second time was in the chapel-esque area, and even then we just kind of hid from them. They didn't have any, or we hid and then like escaped from them. They didn't really have much interaction there. And then you kind of have the final time where, you interact with the mom in the cave, but also you go back to the cave and, oh, there's your family. They're not dead and they're possessed, and you have the decision to either put her in this magical lantern or not. But maybe it's because I need to look at this game differently. Instead of looking at this game as something that like was interactionable, if that's even a word, I don't think it is, where I needed to like really combat the main baddie. I should just look at this as a story where I had more interaction than a normal storybook narrative game. Not narrative game, but a what do you call those? Then like a textbook adventure, where you don't do much, you just kind of click choices and then watch the game unfold. There's a word that I'm looking for that I can't think of right now, but you understand what I'm saying, where there's less gameplay and more story. This is a good story with more gameplay and puzzles, and I think I was tricking myself into thinking, oh, when it came to the baddie, I was going to have more to do with actually combating the baddie and stopping whatever their plan was, where it was really more of a, hey, choose this option and you become bad, or choose this option and you become good. I don't even know if our choices throughout the game dictate what our final choices are. I'd like to imagine they do, but I don't think they do. On to the good though, because that's really my only complaints. Well, that and the puzzles. Sometimes the puzzles were a little confusing. No, I take that back. There was only one puzzle, as I said before, that was confusing, and that was just the dial puzzle, because I couldn't tell. That's a lie too, because there were drawings above it that were spokes, and that was clearly the answer to solving the puzzle. I just wasn't smart enough, or yeah, I guess really smart enough to figure out what it was about the spokes that I needed to do to turn the dial the right way to get the numbers that I wanted. But eventually I ended up doing it. So even though I wasn't smart enough, I was lucky enough to figure it out. But the rest of the puzzles, simple enough. Pay attention to the environment and they'll tell you the answers. I almost got stumbled or stuck up on that chapel puzzle with the piano because I thought I was gonna have to learn how to read notes. But then after trying to Google the notes, I realized there's no way this is the answer, because this would be way too difficult to try and figure out what these notes are and Google those notes unless you already knew notes. And I only know it on a basic level. Like I know what the C note looks like. That's about it. The B note. The good though, like I said, art direction. I love the style, the storybook style of it. It's really cool. It feels like you're turning chapters in a kid's book. I love the variety of levels. Each level kind of got me excited about like what the task was going to be for this level. The swamp level was a little, I feel like that one's a little bit lazy, just a little bit, because it was, I guess you had the puzzle where you had to dodge the bubbles, but overall it didn't feel as fun as the other levels. Like the owl level was kind of fun to explore, and then I think my favorite level actually is like the second or third level where you have to awaken the guardian statue thing, and then it kills you if you try to give it more than what's needed, just because you get to read the book and then you got to explore, and there's just a lot more to it going on than the rest of the levels I felt. But I did enjoy the puzzles of the game. I also enjoy that it's short. I feel like a game like this needs to be short. You make it too long and I don't see a lot of people let me not speak for other people. Myself, I don't see me sticking around to finish this game if it was mad long. 18 hours, and that was me taking my time. Plenty of time to get through the game, and I'm sure it can be beaten in a lot quicker time. Most of that time is you just trying to figure out what you need to do to solve the puzzle, right? It seems like it's a 6-hour game. Something like a really short game, but I enjoyed it. That's really my only thoughts on it. I think Creepy Brothers did a really good job with Creepy Tale 2. Like I said, part of me wants to go back and play Creepy Tale 1 because it seems like it may be more grounded, and maybe it'll give me some more story-wise when it comes to Creepy Tale 2, because that's also something else that's missing with Creepy Tale 2 is there's lore here, obviously, but I don't feel like the story that we went on, the plot that we were shown, was that strong. This felt more like each stage is its own individual level, and then somehow you're at the end and game over, Like, it didn't feel like I went on an adventure with Lars. I don't even know if I really came to care about Lars, his deaths happened a lot, and I didn't really care. Just like, oh, there's Lars dying again, time to go back and try it again. You never really get that connection that you would get to, I'm gonna use a cliche answer, to like Joel and Ellie in Last of Us, or your character in Mass Effect, and I know those are big AAA games, but I'm just saying story-driven games, you usually want to connect with your protagonist a little bit more than I did with Lars. And I'd also like to know why his hair went white. Did they explain that at any point why his hair started to turn white? I thought it was going to have something to do with his connection to the evil entity, or even his connection to like the wizard or his own magical powers, but no, it was just white. He was just getting old for some reason. Maybe it has something to do with the dream stealers of the owls. I don't know. That's also really cool. The surrounding lore, and I know I'm not starting to ramble here, but the surrounding lore of like these individual levels and coming up with your own stories about like what's happening, like with the kids and the owls and their dreams being sucked away. We left that world, but there's a whole story going on there of what these owls are doing to these kids, and we're just like, we did our part and we're out, But that's all of my final thoughts. Check out the game for yourself on Steam for $9.99. I think it's worth it. I think it's fun if you're just looking for a simple puzzle game to take up your time, like you're late at night and you just want to wind down. Put on Creepy Tale 2. Why not? It's not like it's that gory, it's that violent. It's fun. It's charming. It's a charming, scary, spooky story. Not scary, spooky story. I want to thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of Narrative Gaming, or for this series of Narrative Gaming. Hopefully you like what we have coming next. There's a lot of cool games that I've downloaded. Most of them are indie adventures. I do want to start doing the going back to playing like old classics. Like, I love to go back and play Doom 3. I love to go give some of the Silent Hill games a run through. We already did some of the Resident Evils, but they were the remakes. We didn't play some of the old Resident Evils. So maybe doing that. Fear, I love the Fear series, but just getting some of those titles worked into the channel. Hopefully you enjoy those. If not, it's okay. There's other videos that you can watch. And if you have a game that you do want to see played, remember, drop it in the comments below. I want to thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of Narrative Gaming. Deuces!